Sadgurunath Maharaj Ki Jai. And welcome to Jagadambe Reads the Holy Books of India. Mahabharata 259. As you may remember, Satyaki was incensed by the words of Balarama. He said, "A man's soul is mirrored forth in his words. From your talk we can see into your heart of hearts. There are in this world brave men and cowards too. Men can be classified as belonging to one or the other of the two types. From the same family can be born two types of people. Out of the same tree grow branches with fruits and some without fruits. I'm not so upset by your words as by the silence of these people who are listening to you without protesting. I cannot understand how anyone can think that Yudhishthira is to blame, and how such a person is allowed to talk in this large assembly. You dare to attach blame to the name of this saint, Yudhishthira? And you dare to think that your statements will pass unchallenged? How can it be said that the Kauravas won the game by fair means, when it is well known that Yudhishthira is not a skillful player, and knowing that they challenged him to play and they won? If the game had been played in the house of the king at Indraprastha, if the Kauravas had been invited by Yudhishthira and his brothers to Indraprastha for a game of dice, if they had then played and won, their winning could have been called fair. But the facts are different. The Kauravas summoned Yudhishthira to Hastinapura. There they challenged him, a Kshatriya, to play. He just had to play. And in that game he lost everything. They took everything from him. Do you call that princely behavior on the part of Duryodhana? Yudhishthira had complied with all the conditions of the exile. He lived 13 years as promised to do. His father's kingdom is due him. Why should he not demand it? Why should he ask for it humbly? Why should he demean himself and use soft words, lest Duryodhana become angry? Even if he's in the wrong, Yudhishthira need not go and beg a favor of that Duryodhana. But we know that he is not in the wrong, not one bit. He has been wronged most cruelly by his cousins. Think of the righteousness of your dear beloved Duryodhana. He knows full well that the period of their exile is over, and yet he sends a messenger with the words, "Arjuna has been seen by us, so you must go back to the forest for another 12 years. Do you call that righteous? At the time of the beginning of the exile of the Pandavas, he was requested by Vidura not to be so cruel. He asked him to return the kingdom to them, but your dear pupil was adamant. He's the most avaricious person on the face of the earth. I have a feeling that these messages and messengers will all be able to achieve nothing. It's just a waste of time. I know Duryodhana, let me be the messenger to Hastinapura. I'll fight with that man. I'll wound him with my sharp arrows. I'll drag him by force to the presence of Yudhishthira and toss him at his feet. If they refuse to prostrate before Yudhishthira, I will send them all to the abode of death. They will not be able to face the angry Satyaki when he makes up his mind to destroy them." Really, is there anyone who can withstand the great Arjuna or Krishna or me? Who can stand up against Bhima? Who is there who can fight with Nakula and Sahadeva, who will look like messengers of death? Who is strong enough to fight with the sons of Drupada, Shikandi, and the fire-born Drishtadyumna? Think of these 5 Pandavas and their son Abhimanyu. They will have with them Gada, Pradyumna, Shamba, and myself. Who can fight against this team of thunderbolts? Sadgurunath Maharaj Ki Jai. Thank you for coming. I hope you come again.